my home, I thought it made sense for me to be sitting next to the fireplace while I elegantly tell you today we will be making bean soup. Now, bean soup is not like any other bean soup you've ever had. It's black bean soup. And it's super delicious. And it'll cost you hardly nothing to make. The effort is very minimal. And my family loves it. So it mess up a couple times. It's kind of guaranteed. However, I'm usually pretty good at recouping and redoing the recipe halfway through and making it pretty good. This one's pretty versatile too. It's hard to mess up. And it's made with pantry staples, which is always a win. So let's just go ahead and check out this pot of soup. Now, why do I love this soup? Because it's super easy and it's really, really cheap. So I got my peppers, my onions in here. I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil. Now again, we have olive oil right now because my husband needed it for his diet, and so we have it. Normally we just have canola oil and butter, and I would totally use those as well in this. It just sounded really good. Butter actually sounds pretty good too. But anyways, we're gonna do pepper and salt. And I know there are a lot of times where I don't have these sweet little peppers because they can be kind of expensive. But if you think about it, I only used 3 and they're $2.99 for the bag. So if you get, let's just say $3 for 18 of them, then that's roughly
never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye.
$1 divided 5 ways would be 20 cents. Wow, that took way too long. And I teach my kids math. Okay, so if you think of it this way, if it's 20 cents a pepper and I use 3, that's 60 cents. Okay, an onion is roughly, I mean, on a bad day, an onion's about 50 cents. So we've got 60 plus 50 is $1.10. We're going to be putting 2 cans of black beans, which are 50 cents a can, roughly. So $1.10, $2.10, and then I like to put a bouillon cube in it and cilantro. So this whole can of soup, not can of soup, this whole pot of soup is going to be under $3, and it's going to feed our whole family. 5 people eat. I do have some leftover salsa that I'm also going to toss in there. You don't have to, but I think it's a really good flavor enhancer. I really like salsa, and it's just getting cold in the fridge. So we'll get out our bouillon cube. I know I put this a lot in most of my soup recipes. I don't buy broth. I've tried making broth before, and I will if I'm, for example, making chicken soup. I'll totally make some broth. But this is just so much easier. These are $1.79 at the store. I mean, it's like a cube of flavor that I don't have to work hard for. So beans are in the sink. Veggies are here sauteing. And at the end of this, it really doesn't matter how much you cut, how well you cut your pieces up, because they will be blended up. Now on the side of this, I'm going to make nachos because I feel like I want something crunchy, and I think the kids will really like dipping them in their soup. So I'm going to preheat my oven. 350. Still going to be under $5 for this entire meal. Okay, so we used about half the bag of chips. I'm going to put a cup. I'm going to go for a whole cup. Now, cheese would be really good to top in this soup if it was finely shredded. This cheese is not. I don't think it'll be great on top of soup. So we're going to be putting avocados on the side too. Again, because we have them. And they were $1.99 for the bag. Alright, now I'm going to put, so that's 50 cents an avocado. I'm going to go ahead and put 6 cups of water in here. Now we're going to return it to a boil. Well, I guess we're going to turn it to a boil. I'm going to use these last 2 bouillon cubes. And these are supposed to be able to make 1 cup of broth. Obviously, like I said, I put 6 cups of water in here. But it's going to have salsa in it. And it's going to be blended up. So if it needs more, I might add more. Or I might just salt it. We'll put the black beans in the soup now. I know what you're thinking. Nachos, not that special. But it is an art. I mean, really, I've ruined them quite a few times thinking I could broil them or greasing the heat too much. The key is 350 for like 5 minutes, and you've got to keep an eye on it. Can't just trust the old nose so much anymore. So, our soup coming to a boil. What I'm gonna do next, I've got a bunch of cilantro. I'm just gonna toss that in, and then I'm going to use my immersion blender. And I'm gonna get the cilantro in. I'm gonna put the salsa in, and then I also found an empty container of sour cream in my fridge, so I'm gonna scrape that out, put that in, and I'm gonna blend it all together. This is probably about a cup of salsa I made 2 days ago. This is all the sour cream that I found in the old container. What I'm going to do instead of popping it into the soup is that I'm going to put the soup in it and mix it up in here so that it tempers the sour cream, and then we won't get curdled chunks on the top of the soup. It'll be really yummy, and then I'll pour it in. Salt, and I'm going to blend it up some more. As you can see, there's still some of those little leaves on the top, and just a couple of sour cream, a little bit of sour cream that held on there till the bitter end. Some cilantro. And sour cream. Well, that's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoy that recipe and give it a try soon, because it's a good pantry staple. All right, blessings, friends.
Stick it, lamp. It's supposed to look nice.
Still doesn't look nice.